With the UH football squad enduring a 4-game losing streak and Boise State, the 4th-ranked team in the BCS, coming to town this week, Warrior head coach Greg McMackin sought out the cluster of TV media folk at this morning's practice to make this plea aimed at the fans.
You know, I feel this is really important. We need fan support more than we've ever needed it in our time. We have 46 members of this football team that will be first-year lettermen. And, you know, if we have an empty house, that's going to breed losing. And if we have a full house, that's what happens with winners. And we're trying to teach these kids to win. Believe me, we are exercising every hour, every second, with every kid. Every coach is working at it, every player. And to be winners, we all have to do this together.
And, assumedly, the players concur. They also say that there would be no better way to settle the ship than to bring it against Boise.
Yeah, you know, we could look at it two ways. You know, we could look at it as we have 4 losses. We're about to play the number 4 team. Or we can look at it as an opportunity to upset this number 4 team and show what kind of team we really are. So that's the attitude and the mindset that we're going into this game with. And we're going to make it a fight, and we're going to play.
Broncos are 6th in the AP poll and are favored by 25. Kickoff at Aloha Stadium is set for 5:05. And
is Jake Heun going to get a good look at middle linebacker?
Yeah, he's going to get a look at middle linebacker. We've pretty well figured out who can play and who can't play. As long as they continue to give effort, then they'll play.
Outside receiver, Avery?
Joe Avery is one of the guys that we're looking at outside receiver.
I hope you're all having a pleasant evening. Riding a 4-game skid and winless in the WAC right now. More personnel changes for the UH football team with unbeaten Boise State coming to town. Broncos 4th in the BCS poll, 6th by AP. Jake Heun, originally recruited as a running back, later switching to linebacker, then defensive end, will start at middle linebacker this week. Linebacker, defensive end, back to middle linebacker. You getting moving expenses with everything?
Nah, it's just there's a quick turnover around here, I guess, man. Got to get used to it. Middle backer's just, you know, you got to be the guy.
Unleash the beast.
Exactly. Let the animal out a little bit.
He's very off, you know. He's kind of on the wild side, but it's gonna be nice seeing him out there and seeing him make plays. You know, he's full of energy, and it's gonna be exciting to watch him play.
We get you and Blaze on the field together playing linebacker. How crazy is that going to be?
It's going to be nuts. You know, I think you guys are going to hear a lot of wood getting cracked out there. Should be a pretty interesting situation.
Who likes to bang more, you or him?
I don't know. We'll do the talking on the field.
It's time to nut up or shut up, you know. And, I mean, there's no better team to do it against in Boise.
And that receiver, all indications point toward Joe Avery, replacing Rodney Bradley, who's out for the season with a broken leg.
Practice good. We've got to play good. And, you know, we've got to coach harder and we've got to get better.
Among those practicing this morning to likely make his first start is Warrior receiver Joe Avery. And considering his opportunity came because Rodney Bradley broke his leg versus Idaho, Avery feels added responsibility in fulfilling his role.
You know, Rodney's, you know, a great athlete, a big-time playmaker for our team. So, yeah, so I had to, you know, play up to his level, play up to his par. Not to say play the way that he plays, but just to kind of like fill the gap, you know, because he's definitely, you know, a footprint on a football team, you know. So, yeah, and honoring him, you know, I have to play hard every single play.
Avery will likely line up at left wideout. He's just as much a presence as Bradley size-wise at 6'5", 195 pounds. The sophomore saw playing time last year in 3 games, while until now Avery's been further down the depth chart. He and QB Bryant Moniz have a working relationship that could make this a smooth transition.
Sometimes second and third string, you guys have a better sense of each other. Do you and Avery kind of have a comfort level? I mean, him coming in, do you have a familiarity with him that makes it a little easier for you now that he's moved up?
Yeah, you know, we used to get a lot of reps together on the second and third string team together, so, you know, that really helps out. You know, he's not really far behind, you know. You may think of a guy that's coming off the bench, hasn't got any reps in game, but we get a lot of practice reps together, so he's ready to step in and he's ready to go.
I guess just as far as appearance goes, one of my biggest strengths is my height and my size and my speed. Not as fast as Rodney, of course, but just to be that big presence, you know, just in case if the quarterback needs, you know, to find someone, I'm an easy target to like spot out.
Hawaii hosts Boise State this Saturday. Kickoff is at 5:05. Broncos come to town with the highest winning percentage in conference play in the entire country, winning 94% of their WAC games.
Kealoha Pilares is one of the top playmakers on the University of Hawaii football team, but it's not just his play that makes him stand out. Among other things, he's also got a lot of tattoos. However, the one that means the most to him is the ones fans have probably never seen. Underneath his right wristband is a date, 10/1/08. It's the day Kealoha Pilares lost a beloved member of his family.
My grandma passed away last year, so it's something special to me.
Just thinking of his family's loss brings out tears for one of Hawaii's toughest players. His emotions prevent him from speaking about her anymore, but tells us she died from emphysema. Pilares also has his grandma's name, Violet, inked on his neck. He says tattoos are something he's wanted since he was young.
I see all these, Chad Owens and all these guys, and it's just art, so and just all that, kind of everything means something to me.
Pilares isn't sure how many tats he has, but he is sure he's not done yet. However, some of his tattoos cost upwards of $2,500. And for a college student, that's a lot of money.
My mom's trying to help me out, so.
Wait, so you're telling me your mom's helping you pay for your tattoos? That's usually the opposite.
Actually, she is paying for my tattoos, I only go to college and, we just get a little scholarly check, but, she gives me treats here and there. After high school, she really allowed me to just get out of these, it's a lot of money, so.
Tattoos aren't the only thing that gets people's attention, though. Kealoha's female fans always seem to notice his eyes and long eyelashes.
I've been getting it since I was small, so it's whatever. I don't really think about it. But, if they like it, they like it. So whatever works, I guess.
Now, unfortunately for Kealoha's lady fans, the Damien product already has a girlfriend. Pilares and the Warriors look to snap a 4-game losing streak this Saturday when 4th-ranked Boise State comes to town. The Warriors believe a win can turn their season around.